Hi everyone, I'm back again with another Synastry Chart by request, this time between Levine and Behati Prinsloo. If you're interested in hearing about more upcoming compatibility charts, hit the subscribe button. So I'm going to get started. Her Eros and Valentine conjuncts his Lilith 1 degree. Eros has to do with eroticism, and Valentine has to do with a sacrificial love. Conjuncting his Lilith, that has to do with sexuality. So she finds him irresistible, and there's a lot of eroticism. Her Psyche conjuncts his Venus 2 degrees. Psyche has to do with love, passion, and soul. Now her Vesta, which has to do with sacrificial devotion, conjuncts his vertex 2 degrees. The vertex, a very important point of a compatibility chart. It's like a second descendant. So whatever touches your vertex from the other person, you'll receive those energies strongly. And so she is devoted to him. Him, not so much. Her Nessus in Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury, conjuncts his North Node 2 degrees. The North Node is a very important part of a synastry chart as well, because it will signify what the theme of the relationship between the two of you will be eventually. So Nessus has to do with abuse. It's in the sign of Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury. Now, we want to know where this abuse is coming from. His Astarte in the 10th house conjuncts her Venus and Mercury. So there's the connection and the tie of what's happening behind the scenes. So I said before, Nessus has to do with abuse, and Astarte has to do with blow-ups and arguments, and it's conjuncting her Mercury, and Mercury is a thinking and talking planet. So there is, I would say, huge blow-ups and abusive arguments between these two. It's in the 10th house, so I would think the chart is saying that it probably has to center around his career. Her Mars conjuncts his Nessus 0 degrees. You can't get tighter than that. Mars is the lower octave of Pluto, and it has a lot of power. So it lends a lot of steam to this this whole cluster of arguments and abusive interactions between these two. Now, his Nessus is in the sign of Cancer, and Cancer is ruled by the moon. So the moon has to do with women and the wife, and his moon is conjuncting his IC. The IC is a really important angle in a chart. It's right on the cusp of the 4th house, which rules the home and the family. So there's a lot of arguments behind the scenes, has to do with also maybe the home and the family. And the IC signifies behind the scenes because it opposes the midheaven. Now, her Chiron conjuncts his Sphinx. Chiron has to do with pain, and Sphinx has to do with hidden agendas and secrets. So she brought him pain regarding his hidden secrets, agendas, or underhandedness that he brought into the relationship. Now, his Casanova opposes her Sun, 0 degrees. The Sun, a very important luminary in a compatibility chart, and this is at 0 degrees. So this is important. And Casanova has to do with, he's like a sweet-talking ladies' man. And Casanovas are thrilled by the chase, and they're expert at seducing women or men, whoever they're interested in at that time. So he dragged her into his world, and he did it in a very seductive fashion. And this is like a back and forth action on his part because it opposes the Sun. His Atom, PNA, and Zeus conjuncts her Neptune and Saturn. Atom, a PNA, that's his first name, and it's holding hands with the cheating asteroid Zeus. The fact that it's conjuncting her Neptune and Saturn signifies to me that she didn't know what was going on, and there was a lot of deception, illusions, rose-colored glasses, and she didn't find out until a lot later into the relationship because Saturn is involved here, and Saturn puts a chill or a restrictive influence on the whatever it conjuncts from the other person. So in this case, Adam and Zeus conjuncting Saturn, there was like a chilling effect, restriction. But Neptune ultimately won because it's at 0 degrees, and she did find out, ultimately. Her Mars trines his Poseidon, 1 degree. Now, like I said before, Mars has to do with, it's powerful and it has a lot of energy and fire. So trining his Poseidon, which is the brother of a Zeus, another cheater, the trines are like cheerleaders, and the energy flows really easily in this in a trine because the angle is of 120 degrees. Poseidon is in the 7th house, and that rules committed relationships and also marriage. So this happened after they got married. Also, her summoner asteroid, that is the PNA, the name of the woman that Adam was texting, Summer Stroh. So that asteroid is conjuncting his Mercury, 2 degrees in the 8th house, and the 8th house rules sex. So again, this is not a coincidence. I've seen this before, and I'm never shocked at when it pops up. And Mercury is a talking and thinking planet. So he eventually had to come clean about what was going on behind the scenes because Sumner is conjuncting her Mercury. Now, that's pretty much all I have. I don't have her accurate time of birth. I do have his. So I couldn't really go in depth like I do when I have birth times for both people. But like I said, if you would like to hear about more Synastry charts, hit the subscribe button, and I will be back soon. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.